A lot of people think aging happens all at once. And frankly, it can feel like that. You felt wonderful yesterday, and all of a sudden today, something feels different. Maybe it feels off. Maybe you have a new tenderness, a new soreness. So it can feel like one day you're young and the next day your knees hurt, you need reading glasses, and you're making noises every time you stand up. But that's not really how aging works. In my experience, aging is shaped by hundreds of small choices that we make over time. Most of them don't even seem important in the moment, but they do add up. So today, let's talk about some of the hidden choices that quietly shape how we age. Let's start here. When people think about aging, they often imagine a future version of themselves. And maybe that's 10 years from now or 20 years from now. But aging isn't something that starts later. It's happening right now. Not in a scary way, just in a very real way. Every day, your body is adapting to the demands or the lack of demands that you place on it. Your body is always listening, always responding, always adapting. The question is this: what are you teaching it? Let's start with movement, because this is where many people focus first. And movement matters, for sure. Exercise is an important piece of the puzzle. But here's something interesting. The exercise routine that worked for you at 25 may not be the same routine that serves you at 55 or 65 or even 75. Side note, this was a lesson I learned the hard way, but that's a story for another day. My point is that just because the same workout doesn't work the way it used to, doesn't mean we stop moving altogether. It means you become more thoughtful about how you move. As we age, we often need to focus more attention on strength, balance, mobility, recovery, coordination, not because we're broken, but because our needs change. Adaptation is part of this process. Moving right along, the same thing happens with nutrition. Many people spend years eating one way, and because it works for them, they assume that that approach should work forever. But the truth is, our bodies change. Our hormones change, our activity levels change, our recovery needs, they change too. So what served you in one decade of life may not serve you in the next. I think one of the most empowering things we can do is to stay curious. Instead of asking, why isn't this working anymore? Ask, what does my body need now? That's a very different question. I think some of the most important choices are the ones we rarely talk about, like sleep, stress management, recovery, connection with others, time outside, learning new things, maintaining purpose. They don't usually show up in fitness advertisements, but they matter. They're all pieces of the puzzle of healthy aging. So these pieces, they matter. They matter a lot. Because healthy aging, it's not just about muscles, it's about maintaining the systems that help us participate in life. So you'll hear me talk about body literacy quite a bit. And body literacy is really just understanding your body, understanding what it's telling you, understanding what it needs, and being able to recognize when those needs start to change, because they do change. The things your body needed at 25 may not be the same things it needs at 55 or 75. And when we learn to pay attention, we can make adjustments before small problems become bigger problems. Here's what I've learned after years of teaching. Very few people arrive at vibrant aging because of one huge, massive decision. And very few people lose capacity because of one bad choice. It's usually the accumulation of many small choices. The daily walk, the strength training session, getting enough sleep, eating in a way that supports your body, practicing balance, managing stress, staying engaged with life. Small choices, repeated consistently over time. So the hidden choices that shape how you age aren't really hidden at all. They're the things you do every single day. The challenge is that they don't usually feel important in the moment, but they become very important over years. And that's actually good news because it means you have more influence than you think. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to overhaul your entire life. You just have to keep making choices that support the person you're becoming. If you'd like help getting started, I've created a free Everyday Athlete checklist that will help you identify a few important areas to focus on right now. You'll find the link below. And in the next video, we're going to explore a question I think every adult should ask themselves. What kind of older adult are you training to become? I'll see you there.